All right, guys. How did we happen to choose the basilisk? Basilisk.
We couldn't really figure out our animal, and so we were looking up at all the pictures on the website.
Like top 10 coolest rainforest animals, and we just decided on this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's so cool about this one?
It runs on water.
Runs on water. Why?
When it runs, it has enough power to create little air pockets to keep its speed to just run on it.
So it just runs really fast. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's
Basically?
fast enough to run on water, yeah.
If you look at the top left, right by Dean's head there, there's an actual picture of it running on the water. What's the main reason it does that, guys?
Across water.
Well, I don't know that it does.
When
Stay
it's
away from
fighting a
predators.
predator, it goes into that.
Yeah, I think it's more of an escape mechanism. Cool. What else you guys got?
I like the habitat, and they live around around Mexico and South America at the tip of it.
Okay, so they're Central and South America.
They will always stay up above the water or up above the ground until they have water and they can come down or across the water as they're being chased.
So they're mostly in what layer of the rainforest?
The canopy.
Mostly in the canopy. Okay. Jordan, go ahead. Why don't you tell us about it?
I have a description, and it's green, and it has sticky feet
Why?
to run in water.
Well, water's not. I mean, water would make it so it wouldn't be very sticky. I would think. Huh?
To climb.
Use it to climb. Okay.
And it's a lizard.
Okay. So it's a reptile.
Oh, it has thing on its stuff on its head and back.
Like what kind of stuff?
I don't know. Just
Like
paper thingies.
it's like little like we have like ears, kind of like sticks off them on our back and head.
Okay. Jordan, did you find a purpose for those at all?
No.
No? All right. Who else? Julie?
I had Mitch. They can, they are pretty tiny. They can grow up to only 2 feet, and the max is around 4 or 3.
It says 200 on your thing.
Oh, it can grow up to 2 feet.
Read the next sentence.
Oh,
So what were you talking about there?
200 feet in the air.
Oh, you're talking about over like where it lives. Okay. So a pretty small thing, 2
Yeah.
feet.
they can lay up to 20 to 30 eggs. They can live up to 10 years. One that set a world record or something like that. I don't know where it was, but it lived up to 12 years. And the basilisk is a really good one.
Okay. Cool.
If it's not on top of the water.
John, how about you? What do you got, man?
I had diet. They are omnivores because they eat fruit, but then they do eat some insects, like in the water and stuff. And then they store fat in their tail like lizards do, and then they lose their tail.
If something's pulling on it. or
Yeah.
something?
It's kind of like an escape thing, kind of like with the water. So.
You have some questions?
Sam.
When they're running across water, do they ever get food?
Well, not when
fish
they're
and stuff.
running across water. When they're like
When they're
right
swimming.
here, they can go 30 minutes underwater. They can swim underwater. Any bugs that can land, they can go up and get them.
Okay.
Problem is when they run across the water, what happens when they stop?
They sink
fall in.
underwater.
Yeah.
I was thinking there'd be like an eagle that comes up.
No, they just run. It'd be like you running across the water. When you stop, you'd fall
I
in.
can't run.
Well, I know. Nobody can. But
Paige,
What's that picture? Like the dirt picture?
those
Those
are
are
eggs.
and that's how you can tell it's a reptile. Because if it was an amphibian, what would the eggs be?
In the
water.
In the water. Good.
Ryan.
until it like runs out of energy or anything.
So there isn't like a maximum distance it can run. That's a good question. I don't know. Probably not super far. Do you know what property, gentlemen, allows them to stay on top of the water?
They're flat feet.
That's part of it. If you look at their feet, right by Jordan's head there, they're really wide, right? There's a property called surface tension. You've all experienced before. You ever done a belly flop?
Mm-hmm.
Hurts, right? It's because water has got like a little surface. And then when, you know, if you're like an insect, there's insects that can actually sit on top of that. Have you guys ever seen that before?
Yeah,
So-
Yeah, water
Spiders.
striders. Yeah, they're called water striders. They can actually sit on top of the water. They're not floating. They're actually sitting on that surface.
So you can go sit on water if you wanted to.
If you were small enough, yeah, and spread out enough.
Caleb?
What are their main predators?
Anything that like eats small
Like
animals.
What do you guys have on your food web?
Eagle,
harp eagles.
Vulture.
some sorts of snakes,
Yeah.
and I think that's probably its main. It doesn't want to stay on the forest floor for too long. It could die.
So it's mostly in the canopy, you said?
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Spencer?
Can it breathe underwater a lot, and can it like swim very well?
Can't
Yeah,
breathe underwater, but can hold
it can
its
hold its breath
breath
for 30
for
minutes.
30 minutes.
What's that picture right by Julian there, hanging from a stick or something?
Yeah,
That's-
that's what I was wondering.
Two lizards holding hands.
So it's like a lizard hanging onto another lizard.
Yeah.
Trying to save his buddy.
Trevor?
So, are his, like, toes and stuff sticky too?
Well, their
To-
feet are.
Oh.
They create like little air pockets.
A lot of the tree-dwelling insects or not insects, reptiles and amphibians are like that. Do you remember seeing the frogs in that video?
Yeah.
How they had almost like little suction cup kind of things? That's kind of how they are.
Sam.
What part do they live in? Like, what continent?
Central America down into the top part of South America.
What rainforest is that in?
Amazon.
Yeah, so they're mostly in the Amazon. Okay, anybody else have any questions? All right, guys, anything else? All right, give them a hand. Yeah. Good job, guys.